All right, we got our last three examples. If you notice, something's different about this one. Yeah, this one has a negative right here. It's not gonna play a factor too much. Get it? A factor? Sorry, that was my corny math jokes. Anyway, so let's draw our x. We know that the top one should be C, multiplying, and the bottom one is B, adding. So this one's B, this one's C. So now we're gonna keep that sign. So we're gonna have 12 on the top, multiplying, but we're gonna have -8 on the bottom, and this is gonna be adding. So now we want two numbers that multiply to get 12 and add up to get -8. So if you want, you can do all the factors of 12. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And then we want to pick two of these that multiply to get 12, but is going to give us -8. So what that means is that if you take a look at this number right here, this 12, this is positive. So we're trying to find some combination of numbers that's gonna give us a positive 12, but give us a -8. So this might take some time, you just messing around with these factors right here, seeing if you can find something. So like, for example, if I pick, let's say I pick a -2 times, what's the factor that goes, -6? Well, that does give me 12, that's good, but -2 plus -6, oh, that does give me -8, so that's good. But if well, I was trying to show you a bad example. If we did -3 times -4, that gives us 12, right? But if we take -3 and add -4, that gives us -7. That's not what we want. We want -8. So you might have to play with these in order to get what you need. So the factors in this case are going to be -2 and -6, because when you add them together, you get -8, and when you multiply them, you get positive 12. So then your answer you can write as x, we're still using x's here, I made sure, x minus 2 and x minus 6. And let's check our answer by FOILing. We're gonna do the first, so we're gonna get x squared. And we're gonna do the outside to get -6x. Now we'll do the inside, we'll get -2x, and then the last, we'll get positive 12. And then we can combine these. So we get x squared minus 8x plus 12. Is that what we started with? Sure was. So you know that you did it right. All right, let's look at the next one. The next one is written differently. We should have to rewrite it. So that would be m squared minus 22m plus 21. And we know that this is b and this is c. So if we do our x, we know that c goes here, b goes here. So let's do another x, and let's put c 21, and we want this to be multiplying. And then the b is -22, and this should be adding. Whenever you see that these two numbers are really close together, it's always a good idea to check the factors that are like 1 and the number itself. So in this case, 21 being that number, we'll want to check 1 and 21. So in this case, our factors are going to be -1 and -22. So when you take these two numbers, -21. When you take these two numbers and you multiply them together, you get positive 21. When you take these two numbers together and you add them together, you get negative 22. And we can write our answer as x minus 1 and x minus 21. And then when we check our answer by FOILing, x minus 1, x minus 21. Let's do first, so I get x squared. Outside, minus 21x. Inside gives us minus 1x. And last gives us a positive 21. And we know that I can add these two together. So I get x squared minus 22x plus 21. And that's the same thing as up here. So we know that this is correct. All right, let's look at the last one. So draw my x. This needs to be c multiplying, b adding. So c in this case is negative 15, and 2 is our b, so multiplying and adding. Let's list out the factors of 15 if it helps. I'll have 1 times 15 equals 15. 2 times, just kidding, 2 is not a factor. Let's see, 3 times 5 equals 15. And I think that would be all the factors. Yeah. So let's see if we can't find something that would give us negative 15 and positive 2. Well, if we play with this at all, we're only ever going to get to maybe like 14 or 16 by making these negatives and positives, or negative 14 and negative 16. But I'm going to look at this 3 and the 5 right here. If I pick negative 5 and 3, well, negative 5 times 3 gives us negative 15. That's good. But negative 5 plus 3 gives us negative 2. That's bad. So maybe let's try and flip around the negatives. What about 3 times negative 5? That's negative 15. Okay, that's good. And then 3 plus negative 5. Oh, this is the same exact thing. Here, let's change this, sorry. Here, let me just... I wanted to switch the signs and I didn't. So let's do, I just switched the numbers around. Let's do positive 5 times negative 3. That gives us negative 15, which is good. And then positive 5 plus negative 3. What does that give us? Oh, well, that gives us a positive 2. Is that what we wanted? It was. Ha. So we found it. So 5 and negative 3. So 5 and negative 3 go here. And then our answer would just be x plus 5 and x minus 3. So this is your answer. Now let's check that by FOILing. So x plus 5, x minus 3. Let's do first, we'll have x squared. Outside would be minus 3x. Inside would be a positive 5x. And the last one would be a negative 15. I can combine these two to get x squared plus 2x minus 15. Is that what we had at the beginning? Sure was. So we know that that is correct. All right, we're gonna have some practice on this. Hey, please reach out if this is confusing, because I know this is brand new. We're just gonna have this, some ALEKS work, and then the algebra prep questions for the test at the end of the year, and that's it. If you need anything, let me know. I'll see you guys next time.